Yes, it's John G. Sutton here. Tales from the jails. Uh, this is Boris Becker too. I'm going to talk about Boris Becker. He was on television last night in Germany talking about his stay in Wandsworth and another prison. But basically he was saying what a terrifying experience it was, mixing with all these murderers and dangerous people, and how somebody had threatened his life. I suppose if you're on TV and you've been paid €500,000 to tell your story, you can't just say, oh, well, I was the sports instructor and I was teaching the staff how to play tennis, and the governor how to develop his backhand. You can't do that, can you? You've got to go in there and give it a bit of the hard stuff, You can tell he was lying his arse off. I mean, basically, he said words to the effect of, although there was schnapps in Wandsworth, I didn't touch them. I went to bed without a drink every night. Schnapps in Wandsworth? Schnapps in Wandsworth, eh? They don't have bloody schnapps in Wandsworth. They might cook up some hooch in the kitchens, but it certainly wouldn't be schnapps, would it? I mean, come on. How blatantly, obviously, do you have to be lying before somebody says, Boris, your pants are on fire? Seriously. The man's obviously cashing in on this. And he says it was an experience that caused him to look in the mirror. Well, you notice he's quite clean shaven, so I reckon he was looking in the mirror most mornings. Also said that the most brutal experience he had was when he was sentenced to imprisonment. He was taken straight from the court to Wandsworth Prison, and he wasn't allowed to see his family. That is a little bit unlikely. I mean, I've been the dock officer at the Old Bailey, taking people to courts around the country. Bow Street Magistrates Court. Hey, I think they've pulled it down now, or certainly changed it, but that was something to behold, Bow Street, I tell you. When I was there in the 70s, it was like a relic from the Victorian era. They didn't have cells, proper cells. They had cages underneath the court. So anybody who's been in Bow Street Magistrates Court, downstairs in the holding pen, you'll recognise what I'm saying. Yeah, big iron bars set into the floor with gates in them. And they had a holding pen for the women. Load of hookers from the Piccadilly. They were in there. Then another cell, or a couple of... They weren't cells, they were cages, That's all the violent bastards were in there. I was in Bow Street Magistrates Court. This great big guy, who happened to be black, by the way, started shouting, "Get me out of here! I gotta go to the toilet, So the sergeant, the police sergeant in charge of the unit, we were just producing a prisoner, myself and Big John. Anyway, when he unlocked this big inmate to go to the toilet, the inmate didn't go to the toilet. He snatched hold of the sergeant, banged him up against the wall, and started to strangle him. Because the police sergeant couldn't say anything. He was just making noises like that. So myself and John ran over. I took one of the arms of the inmate, the prisoner, and Big John said to the police officer, "Head to the left, Captain." And this automatic big boof, went straight into the inmate's jaw, and he went down. And when he hit the floor, he started to shake, when you really knock somebody sparko. Well, if you don't know what it's like, that's what happens, If you really catch them right, they fall on the floor, they start shaking. Well, his legs were going like that. The police sergeant, he's looking at this guy on the floor and thinks we've killed him. Yeah? He's saying, seriously, he said, "I'll need a statement from you two about this." "Oh, really?" "Yeah." He said, "Look what you've done to this guy." Well, if we hadn't done it, he'd just kind of strangled him, Anyway, I said to John, listen, we'll write a statement here, mate. I said, certainly, give me some A4 paper and a pen and we'll write it out. So a couple of sheets of paper, I wrote my statement out. All I'd witnessed was this man trying to strangle the police officer, and then he had a fit and fell to the floor. We were sat down watching all this. We had no interaction with it whatsoever. Seriously. Big John, same thing. He never saw anything either, really. The police sergeant looks at these statements and said, that's not what happened, is it? I said, we've signed them. That is the truth. Basically, in other words, piss off, you soft bastard. We saved your life. Trying to stitch us up. Don't trust the police, I tell you. My father was a police inspector, and he always said, son, never trust a smiling policeman. Seriously. Anyway, Boris Becker is out. Yeah, he's on TV saying what terrible place it was, Wandsworth, how he was saved from being attacked by other inmates who befriended him, and they'll be his friends for life now. Isn't that sweet? And he declined having the schnapps. Basically, Boris Becker, his pants are on fire, so if you see him, folks, piss all over him, because he's been pissing all over you. Anyway, here we go. Oh, and thanks for the bod. Bod, nice, bought me a nice coffee there. I'm going to have that on Christmas Day. A Jack Daniels coffee. I like them. You can hear the alarm bells ringing. That's the song dinger. It's warning all of you that there's a song coming on because it's been a request that I sing. Well, I'm not going to sing it. I'm going to torture this bastard. This is specially for Boris Becker. This is Jailhouse Rock. The warden threw a party in the county jail. The prison band was there and they began to wail. The band was jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard knocked out jailbirds sing, let's rock. Come on, Boris, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block drinking schnapps to the jailhouse rock. Spider Murphy played the saxophone, Little Joe blowing on the side trombone. The drummer boy went crash, boom, bang. The whole rhythm section was the Purple Gang. Let's rock. Come on, Boris, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block pitched up on snaps to the jailhouse rock. 47 said to number 3, you're the cutest jailbird I ever did see. I sure would be delighted with your company. Come on and do the jailhouse rock with me. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block drinking schnapps to the jailhouse rock. Sad Sack was sitting on a block of stone, way over in the corner weeping all alone. Boris said, hey buddy, don't you be no square. You can't find a partner, use a wooden chair. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block drinking schnapps to the jailhouse rock. Shifty Henry said to Bugs, for heaven's sake, no one's looking, now's our chance to make a break. Bugsy turned to Shifty and he said, Nix, I want to stick around a while and get some schnapps. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block with Boris doing the schnapps jailhouse rock. There you go, I amended it a little bit as you've probably seen. The lying bastard, eh? 500,000 euros for lying his arse off. Anyway, good luck to the guy. He's done his bird. Well, he did 8 months of a 2.5-year sentence. Imagine that. Defrauding people out of 2.5 million quid, failing to pay his taxes, blown all his multi-millions of pounds, managed to get himself divorced, Looks like he'd been dragged through a hedge backwards. Now he dares to look in the mirror. Well, congratulations, you scumbag. Boris Becker. Bollocks to him. Tales from the jails. Hey, folks, don't forget, it's Crimble time, so what do we need at Crimble? A Crimble book. There it is, folks. John G. Sutton, Tales from the Jails, H.M. Manchester Prison Officer. They sell it on Amazon.